Hi, I'm James McGuire, and on today's eSpeaks, we're talking about how to build a career in the cloud computing field. Specifically, what about education? How do you learn what you need to know to land a job in the fast-growing cloud market or further your career in the cloud? To discuss that, I'm joined by Kevin Kelly, Director of Cloud Career Training Programs at Amazon Web Services. Kevin, happy Friday to you, and thanks for joining us today.
Thanks, James. Thanks for having me on.
And I assume you were based up in the Northwest today.
Yeah, I'm actually in Denver, Colorado, outside of Denver.
Uh-huh. Cool. Great. So, all right. I mean, the cloud market, really a hot market. I mean, the employer demand for cloud professionals is so high right now. They're far too scarce. What's your view of this job market and the hunt for scarce talent? What are a couple trends driving things forward?
Yeah, it's definitely the case that there is a large IT cloud skills gap right now.
Mhm.
And the demand for skilled cloud professionals, cloud builders, and even cloud adjacent roles is quite high. And we're also in the midst of, coming out of COVID and Great Resignation, and there's a lot of things going on. According to a digital skills survey that AWS conducted, 85% of learners feel like they need more digital skills than ever to cope
Mm.
with the changes in their jobs due to the pandemic. All of us got really good at virtual meetings and the technology that comes with that. And a lot of that was being driven by the cloud. So
Mm.
learners are looking to obtain digital skills to take advantage of the emerging jobs and opportunities in an increasingly digital marketplace and environment and employment environment. And cloud skills are a part of that. And employers are looking for those cloud skills, cloud builders, and with hands-on experience in particular.
Mhm.
So, learners, in terms of trends, the learners who want to obtain these cloud skills want to be met where they are to gain those cloud skills. And so whether they're in a higher ed institution and they want cloud curriculum to be part of the courses that they're taking, or they're work returners, career changers, underemployed, unemployed, they're looking for programs that will give them those skills. And they're looking to get that training and education at home,
Mm.
at work, at their current job, while they're traveling. And they want more modalities that meet the moment and are flexible and provide hands-on training. And so whether that's instructor-led training, asynchronous or synchronous, recorded digital on demand, or even game-based kind of education experiences that lead to experiential hands-on experience that they can demonstrate to an employer. Those are the
Mm.
kind of things and trends that learners are looking for as they try to pick up the cloud skills to meet this skills gap that's out there today.
I'm sure there's a big demand for that, and I want to dig into a couple of the programs that you're overseeing, the Cloud Quest and the AWS Educate. I'm
Yeah.
curious though, is it possible to pinpoint what specifically the people are looking for the most in terms of cloud skills? Is it what is cloud? Is it how to administer a cloud? What in particular are the most people really focusing on?
Uh, First and foremost, employers are telling us that they really want people with hands-on skills, and
Gotcha.
they're looking for things like certifications or uh, cloud training boot camps or
Mhm.
other ways that the candidates can demonstrate that they have more than just an academic understanding of the cloud, but hands-on skills. Specifically, they're looking for uh, skills in lots of different areas. There are many more cloud adjacent roles today in finance and marketing
Hmm.
and all kinds of areas that you wouldn't think would be directly cloud builders, the people that sit and build and deploy and maintain the applications and software that's running in the cloud. So
Mhm.
increasingly employers are looking for a wide range of skills. For those cloud adjacent roles, it could just be cloud awareness and understanding where does my data live and how is it secured. For the people that are building and maintaining and deploying the applications that ultimately run on the cloud, they're more your traditional developer skills, systems operations, administrative skills.
Mhm. Mhm. All right, well, let's talk about the program. It's called AWS Cloud Quest. It's designed for learners that are new to the cloud, correct?
Yeah, I'm excited about this one. It's a new 3D game-based role-playing course
Hmm.
designed by AWS Training and Certification to help our learners gain practical AWS experience. And so to win in the game, you're operating inside of a city, and your goal
Hmm.
is to try to continue to build up that city. And then you have to complete 12-part quest that allows the learners to have fun, walk around, explore the city, but they're also building their cloud skills by engaging in this virtual environment. So the course includes videos, quizzes, hands-on exercises that they actually use the AWS console to build things in the cloud. And it's based on real-world business scenarios that are the challenges that they have to overcome to complete the game. And then throughout this adventure, the learners get to understand what the cloud is, explore the AWS services and categories, and topics like compute, storage, network, database, security, all the things they really need to understand the cloud and the basic building blocks for building cloud solutions. Learners can do fun things like adopt a pet, but in order to adopt the pet that can then follow you around, you have to answer some questions about AWS and get them right. And so everything's really based on providing learning experiences in this game-based environment that the learners operate in. And the skills that they're picking up are aligned with our AWS Cloud Practitioner certification, which is our entry-level foundation certification. So we're trying to guide the learners and help them get to a credential that they can bring to an employment experience. And so the game and the knowledge that they gain during this game-based learning experience aligns with the certification and can culminate in them taking our practice exam and then ultimately taking the certification exam and earning the credential.
Is the game, first of all, the idea of the game and gamifying that educational process is very cool, and I'm sure very effective. Is there a time element to the game? Must they complete the game in a certain amount of time, 3 weeks, 12 weeks?
No, it's self-paced, it's free. They can take as much time as they need to complete the game.
Do you think, I mean, I'm just thinking about, obviously it would be geared even for younger people in some cases. Are there literally teenagers taking the course, or not necessarily?
No, there absolutely are. And it's available for learners 13 and up.
Interesting. Okay.
Definitely for young learners.
So what about the program AWS Educate? What's involved? I mean, how many people have gone through the program roughly, if you can say that?
I can. So AWS Educate has been around since 2015, and we've had over 1 million learners globally go through learning experiences on AWS Educate. But what we've done recently is we've reimagined and relaunched Educate, which is a worldwide global training program with courses, learning paths, hands-on labs, again, using our AWS console. And we've made it easier for learners 13 and up also to participate in these new experiences. AWS Educate used to be restricted to veterans and learners with a .edu email address. And we've now made it available to any learner of any age, 13 and up, that wants to take advantage of these learning paths. And there are hundreds of hours of free self-paced training resources. There's 50 courses, 10 hands-on labs. And they can take courses in things like Cloud Computing 101, how to use the AWS console, AWS Deep Racer Prime, which is our service that allows an introduction to machine learning and artificial intelligence by operating a small race car and teaching the race car how to navigate the track. So we have builder labs, quite a few experiences. And again, it's trying to create different modalities for different learners who learn and want different kind of experiences.
So are the learners also interfacing with the program through their own home, or they go someplace?
No, it's over the web, over the internet.
I thought so.
Yeah, so they can access it anywhere.
I'm curious the idea. So when you say hands-on, they're actually doing hands-on cloud work from their living room, perhaps.
Correct, wherever they are.
Interesting.
And they're using the same AWS console that all of the builders use to build, maintain, and deploy applications on the AWS cloud. That's really part of the purpose of both Cloud Quest and AWS Educate, is to give them experience with the console that they would be using on the job.
Is there any way to quantify what results, say, like AWS Educate has done, like people that have gotten employed or salaries or anything like that, like people have gone on to do this or that?
Yeah, AWS Educate actually has a jobs board. So for learners that are 18 and older, we have employers who are advertising and posting jobs that they would like to make AWS Educate learners aware of. And we've had many learners obtain employment through that jobs board.
That's fascinating. And you mentioned that kind of the whole scope of AWS Educate. I don't remember the number. Was it 50? It was many modules perhaps? And Is there something, I'm not sure what my question is, something like the optimal amount of modules to take, or you take all of them and suddenly you're employable, or what advice might you give the people to just get started if they want to like get to the first job as soon as they can?
Yeah, that's a great question. We allow you to filter the site by foundation or intermediate level material, but because there are 50 courses, 10 hands-on labs, and links to lots of other types of training like Twitch videos and blogs and technical papers that they could be using. So we have learning paths set up already so that if you're interested in the basics of the cloud, of the AWS cloud, or you're interested in machine learning, we have different paths set up. We even have a developer path. So if you already have some experience, perhaps as a client server developer building, and you'd like to learn how to be a developer on the cloud, there's a path for that as well. So we guide learners to different paths. We make suggestions based on the experience they tell us they might have, and also what they've already completed.
So there's actually a little bit of guidance counseling, so to speak, going on, if I'm hearing you correctly.
There is. There's both filtering and recommendations. And the more you do on the site, of course, the more specific our recommendations can get.
And I guess the recommendations are given by the system. There's not actually a human there saying, well, you know, Bob Jones, you know this, so why don't you do this?
No, it is automated in the background. And so we're looking at what things you complete and then suggesting what you might do next based on what you completed.
So what do you see if you look to the future of cloud education? It seems we are pretty far from keeping up with the demand for cloud professionals. I mean, we're definitely behind. Will we catch up, or what do you see for the future?
Well, I think we have to catch up. And there are a lot of people rethinking their career at the moment, you know, working from home and COVID and this great resignation that we're in the mix of. And so cloud builder roles are really great roles for career changers, veterans coming out of the military, people thinking about doing something different because they're remote enabled. If you like doing remote work, many cloud roles would allow you to continue that. It's also a portable skill set that belongs to you as you develop the expertise and gain some of our certifications. And so it's a set of credentials that can go with you as you seek employment. I think in terms of future, I think continued focus on new training modalities like game-based experiences or digital experiences like AWS Educate, or more structured programs like AWS Restart, which is a 12-week training program that's instructor-led and very synchronized to guide learners who are looking to switch careers. Or AWS Academy is a program we're providing curriculum for higher ed institutions, so colleges and universities can teach the AWS cloud. So I think continued focus on more modalities so that learners can take the training where they are and where they want it. I also think continued focus on those cloud adjacent roles in marketing and finance and sales and lots of other people who don't even think all the time that they're using the cloud. They are using the cloud, and helping them get educated on how to interact with the cloud and how it's benefiting them in jobs that may not obviously be cloud roles.
Kevin, that's fascinating stuff, and definitely is a huge need for cloud education. I'm glad to see you doing that. Thanks so much for sharing your insight today.
Thanks, James.